Hey everybody, welcome to another webisode of Galui's Mood Food. I'm Paula. Julius is manning the camera tonight. There he is. Tonight we're going to be making for you another of our dishes. This is a dessert. It's been handed down through the family to us. It is a sweet cream cheese pumpkin log. Okay? Now, I'm going to use my cue card here because we only make it once a year and it's a really treat thing. And I need my cue card just like Dean Martin would have to have his, you know? So, what we're going to do is you've got your stand mixer. Now, I already put the ingredients into the bowl here, but I'm going to let you know everything that goes into it. We've got 3 eggs back here sitting out room temperature, okay? Again, the cue card. Got a cup of sugar, 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin, a teaspoon of baking soda. We've got a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice mix, and we have flour back here, 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so we're going to start this puppy up here in just a second. We're going to crack our eggs in first. I got to move my recipe because I've had to rewrite this thing so many times that I should laminate it, but I don't. So, in goes your 3 eggs. I'm going to slide my can of beer back. And wait till we get to the filling and all the fun stuff and rolling it up and then eating it. You'll be the hit at every party if you take this, guaranteed. Okay. Now, I haven't used this thing in a while either. I have. So we're going to start our eggs. You want to get them going. And there is an order to this. Even though I introduced everything and told you what's going to be going into it. You get your eggs. You beat those. There you go. Get them going. And next you want to add your sugar. Can you hear me on this thing, huh? Alright. Now you're going to want to turn it down so it's not hitting the ceiling or the pretty Christmas towels up here. Alright, slowly add your sugar. I can get my big arm out of there. You can see what I'm doing here. I can turn it up a little bit at this point. Alright, get all that sugar in there. Okay, that's in. Now next we've got to add the pumpkin. I told you I had to read my cue card here. I'm going to turn this down just a hair. Get that pumpkin in there. Oh, it's pretty and it smells good. Okay. So that was your 3/4 cup. And it's not a pumpkin mix. I do want to tell you that. It's pure pumpkin. Okay? Get yourself a can of pure pumpkin. No pumpkin mix. That'll wreck it. That'll wreck the whole thing. So this is nothing but pure pumpkin. If you taste it, ain't that good without being in here or in a pumpkin pie. So we're going to set that off to the side right there. Going to turn this up and we're going to let this go. Really get that incorporated. And in just a second I'm going to scrape down the sides here. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients. Our soda, our pumpkin pie spice mix, and our flour. And we're going to go on from there. So I think this is, I'm going to go ahead and scrape it down. It's looking pretty good right now. So I'm going to lower this. Get all that good stuff off of there. I wish we had a view from like right here, you know. So could you grow some legs on you, taller, and hang off the ceiling?
We'll get the production company to bring another one in.
Okay, we need an overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a sponsor.
We need a sponsor. We really do. While they're at it, could they bring some
Overhead cameras.
What's that?
Overhead cameras.
Overhead cameras and maybe a little of the good stuff that we're hiding behind the mixer like Grandma used to do. She did it. Didn't hurt anybody. Only made everything taste better. Alright, so here we go. We got it back on now. I'm not going to turn it up real high. We're going to add our soda in there. Our baking soda. Get that all in there. Right there. Our pumpkin pie spice mix. That's going on in. And now our flour. I'll try to do it from this side. There we go. A little bit at a time. So again, so it doesn't explode on you. If it does, you wouldn't want it to be on film. Well, maybe you would. It'd go to YouTube and you'd get, a couple million hits or something of that nature. So the flour's in. And I'm still not wearing any of it, okay? I'm doing alright so far. We're going to turn that up just a hair. While that's going right now, I'm going to talk loud enough over this thing, because I do have a mouth. What we've taken here is a 9x13 pan, and it's just a regular shallow sheet pan. And you want to spray it with a cooking spray, and you want to dust it with flour, okay? Set it off to the side like we already had it. So that's going to be our next step here in just a minute. Oh, this is looking really pretty, smelling good. So I'm going to turn it down just a sec, and I'm going to scrape the sides down in here. Because you got to give it a little TLC. Make it right. And get down to the bottom there good, because you don't want a big lump of something. You want it all incorporated really good. So here we go again. Just one more whirl. With the paddle here, I'm going to set my cue card aside. For now, I'm going to bring my sheet pan over. It has been sprayed and dusted with flour and shake off the excess. You know, you do one of these in the sink type deal. Pour over the trash can, wastebasket, whatever you prefer to say. Now we're going to whip and help me. Alright, I think we're ready. Lower it. Hopefully I won't wear it. Okay. Now. Oh. That looked professional. I was going to say, see the monkey taking the blade off there. I'll put that in the sink. Now look at this gorgeousness here. I'm going to show you. Beautiful. That's the texture you want. That's the shade you want with all that good stuff in there. We're going to pour that right on. See, there I go with the spatula. I'm trying to do it so you can see. We're going to pour it right on this sheet pan here. Get all this good stuff out. And again, it's going to be thin because you're going to be rolling it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to spread it thin. And we're going to put it into a preheated oven at 350 for about 10 minutes on the top rack. And you want to check it after that. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, okay? Take care. You're watching Galui's Mood Food. Hey everybody, we're back. Just got the cake out of the oven. Now what we had done is 5 minutes into it. It's on 350 for 10 minutes. So 5 minutes into it, you want to open that oven door. You want to sprinkle some more pumpkin pie spice mix on the whole thing like you would a pumpkin pie. And you want to turn it around in the oven the opposite way. Put your timer on for another 5 minutes depending on your oven, but keep an eye on it from then. You want to get a toothpick, which I just had one, here it is, and you want to insert it like you would any other cake and make sure it comes out clean. It does. And then the other test is this: if it springs back and it doesn't stick to your finger, it's done. Now this isn't going to completely cool, it's going to slightly cool, so I'm going to set it off to the side right now, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it in just a few minutes here. Very few minutes. We're going to get started right now on the filling. This is the yummy part. I mean, the whole thing together is yummy. But you want to have your cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese. You want to have it softened. So the best way to do it is just have it on your counter early, or put it on your stovetop while you're preheating your oven so it gets softened. You want to put that in there into your mixing bowl. Put that aside. Okay, I gotta get this here because that's important, very important. We have that's 8 ounces of cream cheese. We've got a cup of powdered sugar that's gonna go in. We're gonna put a tablespoon of vanilla in, and we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter in. And you want your butter at room temperature as well. You want it soft, okay? So have it set out early, or put your cream cheese there and then put your butter on top of it so your butter doesn't go all over. And kind of keep an eye on that. So anyway, we're going to get this rolling here for the filling. So we're going to start the cream cheese out, and then we're going to put our 2 tablespoons of butter in. Okay, nice and soft. There's our 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to turn that up there a little bit. Get those incorporated. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Oh, if you can smell it in here right now with that pumpkin pie spice. And this just sends it over the edge. Alright, now I'm going to turn the mixer down a little bit. Because again, I don't want to have it smelling all through the kitchen here with the powdered sugar. So in goes your cup. Well, I'm going to have to do this. In goes your cup of powdered sugar. And add it gradually. And again, keep your mixer speed down so you don't wear it. Or you'll look like Frosty the Snowman. Which isn't bad, you know, in some cases. 'Tis the season. Alright, so we're going to get that all whipping together and everything, and we're going to get this vanilla in here. 2 tablespoons. Where's my measuring spoons, Maestro? Here they are. Put that down a little bit. That is a tablespoon right there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. There's one. And 2. Oh, smell that, would you? Alright, now even with this, we're gonna scrape the sides down just a little bit on this even, because the vanilla wants to tend to rise to the top, and some of the cream cheese, you don't want it lumpy sticking at the bottom. And again, it's not an imitation vanilla that we're using. Use pure vanilla. It makes all the difference in the world. It really, truly does. You don't have that artificial flavor. It's worth the extra little bit of money. And when baking season's in, like it is now, and around the holidays, they actually do have it on sale. So, just a little tip. from your Aunt Paula on that one. Okay, so we're going to mix this here just a hair more, just to make sure everything is mixed real good. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole thing, bowl and all, and it's going in the refrigerator just till it chills, and you know, it's just nice chill on it and firm. Okay, not icebox frozen, but you want it to be chilled. All right, I'm gonna start lowering and turning the. Oh, get daring, get daring. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna take this hair off. Scrape it down. This is gonna go into the refrigerator. I'd say maybe 15 minutes or so. Not even. Just so it has a nice chill on it and it sets up a little bit. But you're watching Galui's Mood Food. We'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how to put this whole thing together, okay? Stay tuned. Come on back and see me. Hey everybody, we're back. The cake is still warm, okay? You need it to be warm. And it's because you got to roll it up like you would a jelly roll. So what you do is you get a little bit of powdered sugar in your hand, sprinkle it on, and just rub it over it. And there's a reason. It's so it don't stick. You don't want flour in here at this point. It's just not going to work well for you. The other thing you want to do is take a spatula. You can use a knife around the edges, but go around the edges just to make sure. And then lift up underneath it and go around and turn it to the other side. Get underneath it and go around so you know it's loose now. Wax paper. Nice big long sheet. Alright. Here we go. If I can get the towel ready.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. That's right. You can flip it over. Huh? Unbelievable. That's beautiful. Get the other side with just a light dusting. Doesn't have to be a grand thing, but it just helps the wax paper from not sticking on it. So I'm going to turn it this way because this is the way we're going to roll it. And start. Get your first fold in there. And this is why you want it warm. And you don't keep pinching it real tight either, okay? Just that first little bit of beginning to turn it in. You want it a little on the loose side. So you kind of let it do its thing, and you just walk your fingers lightly across the top. There's no pinch and fold, no pinch and fold, nothing of that nature. Alright? And you put it seam down like that. Alright, prop it up against some if it needs it. That's what it's going to be looking like. You're going to let this sit like this for just a few minutes until it actually does get a little bit cooler than what it is now. The bottom of the pan was a little warm to the touch. The cake is warm to the touch. But let it sit and let it rest. By that time, your filling is going to be ready and just cool enough. And we're going to put this whole thing together when we get back. And we're going to show you how to do it up and do it up right for party style. We'll be right back to see you. Stay with us. Hey everyone, we're going to finish this thing up. You're going to love it. Alright. It's been resting for a little while. So you roll it so you can unroll it and then re-roll it. So that's why you have your wax paper here. Now our filling is chilled. I put it in a little better bowl for nice presentation. But you just start slathering it on. And you don't want it too heavy at the ends because when you start rolling, it's going to start pushing itself out towards both sides. You do want some on the sides of it, so I'm just going to show you here what's going on. So your filling is not all on the outside and there's nothing on the inside. And it's all over your counter or your wax paper or your towel. So just smooth it. And you can bring it to the one end a little bit closer, and that's the end that we're going to start rolling it with. Whatever end you started rolling initially, which is this end for us, you can bring it to that end a little bit closer. And that's fine. You don't want a whole lot at the other end. You want that a little thinner, because as you roll, it's going to start pushing. So, isn't that looking wonderful right now? Wait till you make this and taste this. It's going to be unbelievable. And again, it's going to be pushing out through the sides as well, so try to keep it a little thinner on the sides, a little heavier in the center, and a little thinner at the one end. Just enough for a little glue, basically. Yeah, a little frosting glue. And then we're going to put the heavier side at the side we're rolling. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Get a spoon here. You don't want to waste any of this good stuff. Alright, here we go. That's what you got to do. Now, I can't roll sideways, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go on the diagonal here. Since we're not a test kitchen here. Okay? What you see is what we're doing. We don't have 30 takes on this to perfect this to show you. So what it is what it is. Again, not a test kitchen. So what we do is what we do. Now you want to start rolling it back up, but rolling it using the wax paper to help you roll. I'm going to scoot my towel back. That's why you need a towel underneath you. Underneath it. And roll, 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 roll. And that, my friends, right there, if I can get you the other angle of it here. Look at that. I mean, this is this workspace we have, okay? This is what it looks like. What we're gonna do then is all you need to do is take this wax paper that you have and just rewrap around this, okay? Rewrap around it. You don't need another fresh piece until you're going to give it as a gift, and then you're not even going to need the wax paper then. What you're going to do is you're going to slice this beautiful thing up. You're going to put it on a platter for your own home parties, or if you take it to a party as a host or hostess gift, or just to share with others that are there, or send to friends and family. Put it in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. And then you can slice it, and it'll be very, very easy to slice. And use a serrated knife. It'll make it a whole lot easier, okay? And then just lay them out in a beautiful circle and keep circling on in. And it is absolutely gorgeous on a platter. And you can wrap it in plastic wrap and put a real pretty bow on top. Beautiful. If you're going to send it to friends and family that you have out of state, you can make this up to 2 weeks ahead of time. Take it just like it is, get some foil and wrap it in foil, put it in your freezer. Alright? You can send a whole thing to them. And by the time it gets to them, it's 3 days. It's still partially frozen and cold enough that it's not going to thaw out, it's not going to go bad, it's not going to spoil. So you can actually give a homemade, home-cooked gift for a holiday treat. Somebody that you love. And again, I'm going to run down it real quick with you. Okay? This is the sweet cream cheese pumpkin log. Alright, it has 3 eggs in it, room temperature. 1 cup of sugar. It has 2/3 cups of pure pumpkin, not mix. A teaspoon of baking soda. A teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Then you add extra on top, okay? There's 3/4 cups flour. What's that, cameraman?
Sifted.
Thank you. 3/4 cups flour sifted. He knew that one. I missed that. But as you're baking it, again, your oven temp may differ from ours. 350 for us. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Sprinkle the top of it with the pumpkin pie spice. Okay? Turn it, another 5 minutes, check on it, and then you'll have to another 5 minutes, depending on your oven. So 15-minute total time. Now for your filling. Beautiful filling. 2 tablespoons of butter. 8 ounces of cream cheese, both softened, room temperature. Okay, a cup of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that together, and you are going to end up with one of these beauties, and I'll tell you what, they're absolutely wonderful. Everybody's going to enjoy it, and we had a great time making it for you today, and happy holidays. We'll see you real soon. You're watching Galui's Mood Food. Thanks for joining.